In the Shadow of Loyalty, the tale of Hachiko. Once upon a time, in a distant land, nestled beneath towering mountains, there was a bustling city with a train station named Shibuya. Every day, this station overflowed with people. Morning journeys began with hope, and evenings ended with heartwarming reunions. In the quiet corners of this city, one day, a tiny puppy opened his eyes to the world. His ears drooped low, and his eyes carried a deep, soulful meaning. He was an Akita, brave, loyal, and noble in his silence. But while still just a pup, he was separated from his mother and left alone in a cold cardboard box. One morning, a respected professor named Hidesaburo Ueno was on his way to the university when he spotted the little puppy near the station. The pup trembled, weakened by hunger. The professor's heart ached. He bent down, picked him up gently, and in that brief moment, as their eyes met, time seemed to stop. A bond was formed, a fate sealed. He named the pup Hachiko, which means eighth son in Japanese, a name carrying hope and luck. Before long, Hachiko became the professor's shadow. He could recognize his footsteps from afar, escort him to the station every morning, and return joyfully each evening to welcome him home. People began to talk about this rare loyalty. Passengers smiled at the sight of him. Station workers waited eagerly for his daily arrival. But life has a way of testing even the purest hearts. One spring morning, Hachiko once again walked his beloved professor to the station. He wagged his tail and watched him disappear into the crowd. But that evening, the trains came. Passengers disembarked. The crowd thinned. And Hachiko sat in his usual spot, patiently waiting, but that train never brought the professor back. For that day, Professor Ueno had collapsed at the university and never returned home again. But Hachiko didn't know that, so he waited. That day turned into tomorrow, and then another, and another. Seasons passed, rain fell, snow blanketed the stone paths, the summer sun scorched the pavement, but Hachiko, every day, at the exact same hour, sat in the same spot, waiting. The townspeople grew to know him. Some brought him food, others gently stroked his head. But Hachiko's eyes never left the station doors. Because loyalty wasn't just about waiting, it was about loving, even when time tried to take that love away. Years went by. Hachiko grew old. White hairs dusted his fur, his steps grew slower, but the love in his heart never faded. One morning, people found him in his usual place, but this time his eyes were closed. He had fallen into a silent sleep. A peaceful smile rested on his face, as if finally he was reunited with his beloved professor in a dream. The people of Shibuya never forgot him. They erected a bronze statue in his honor right outside the station. And now, every year, thousands come to hear his story, to witness the legend of unwavering devotion. They say, a dog's heart can sometimes be bigger than a human's, because some forms of waiting aren't about someone returning. They're about loving, as if they never left. Hachiko wasn't just a dog. He was the living tale of loyalty.